97.3. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue. Welcome to the Traffic Avenue.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studios at number 11, Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka in Accra. Tonight I'm here with
Akosia Oche.
My name is Salom Adonu. Coming up over the next 90 minutes.
My student has been stabbed and sent to hospital. Afterwards, we realized the person passed on.
Where is the student who did the stabbing?
Now he's in the hands of the police.
The police have arrested a final year student of Raleigh Senior High School for allegedly stabbing his classmate to death. The incident occurred yesterday after an argument over whose father was wealthier. Also coming up, Speaker of Parliament admonishes MPs engaged in Galamsey to put a stop to it. Also coming up, whilst Ghana Water Company struggles to treat water due to turbidity levels occasioned by Galamsey, Ghana's MPs accuse each other of failing in the Galamsey fight. Still on Eyewitness News, students on the Government of Ghana scholarship in the UK stranded as the state has failed to pay their fees and monthly stipends. They risk being evicted from their accommodation and sacked from their university. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and other stories on Eyewitness News and in business.
Stakeholders in cocoa sector push for 65% adjustment in cocoa farm gate price.
There is more business in the next 50 minutes. Eyewitness News is live across the country on all our affiliates and around the globe at citynewsroom.com. In the Western region, this is Adwempa 100.7 FM in Takwa, Beach 105.5 FM in Takrady, and Sky Power 93.5 FM in Takrady as well. In the Bono region, Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani. In the Shanti region, Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi, and Orange 107.9 FM also in Kumasi. In the Volta region, Revival 99.3 FM in Tajewu, and VOV Radio 95.7 in Hoho. In the Northern region, this is Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM. In the Upper East, Quality 88.7 FM in Garu, and in the Upper West region, this is Tunsong 97.3 FM in Wa, and Jirapa 96.1 FM. Your comments are welcome via WhatsApp line 0549 986 996. You can follow me on X, formerly Twitter, at Selom Adonu. The hashtag is Citi Newsroom. Akusia gives us our very first story.
Now, the police have arrested a final year student of Raleigh Senior High School for allegedly stabbing his classmate to death. Now, the incident occurred yesterday after an argument between the two students, reportedly over whose father was wealthier. Now, tensions have since risen at the school, with reports of a gang associated with the deceased attempting a reprisal attack on campus. Or in response to the situation, the Greater Accra Regional Director of the Ghana Education Service, Stephen Abamfo, and also the Municipal Director of the Lejikuku Assembly held an emergency meeting with the school's management. While speaking to City News, Mr. Abamfo assured the public that a full-scale investigation is underway to address the incident and restore calm at the campus.
Now, a student had been stabbed and sent to hospital. Afterwards, we realized the person passed on. I sent a delegation to this school yesterday to actually find out what actually transpired. And the way and manner the town people were actually rushing onto the school here and there, we quickly actually resort to police protection. And let me take this opportunity to commend Ghana Police Service for the good work that they have actually done to maintain peace and harmony on compound. We are actually on the investigation. The case is in the hands of the police. I have also gathered some information and I need to actually brief my Director General of what has actually transpired. Then afterwards, we'll make the public actually know the facts of the matter.
So you've commenced investigations?
Yes.
Okay. Where is the student who did the stabbing?
Now it's in the hands of the police.
Okay. Do we know what caused the scuffle?
And that one will be delivered later.
Okay.
It's
what
part
about
of
the deceased?
Deceased is at the morgue.
Okay. We've seen some parents come here. They are very anxious. They've heard the bad news. And the students too, we've seen some of them. They are nervous. What would you say is the temperature of the school?
When we even came, we actually gathered all the staff around and assured them of their security. We have spoken to the regional security coordinator. He has detailed the regional police command. He has also detailed the various who are supposed to be this. So you realize that police visibility is very good. So we assure them of their safety. And WASI is also going on, and they are still writing. Right now they are going to commence the next paper. So campus is coming now.
In your preliminary investigations so far, did it come to your attention that some of the teachers were beaten by the town folks?
For that one, we'll get you the detailed information when we finish the investigation.
It's also been alleged that some of the...
listen to both sides.
It's been alleged, or information out there is that while the scuffle happened, the stabbing took place, some of the teachers were unconcerned.
That one, per our preliminary distance, it wasn't true. The teachers actually tried. They separated them. And then, the students moving here, that kind of thing. Before you realize the child was actually stabbed. And they quickly, they had gang. That coil, they had guns, so they quickly call. Before you realize the town people were on campus, that was where we actually called the police to come and intervene.
Did this gang in your investigation scale the wall or they used the gate?
That one I can't tell where they actually passed.
Okay, so what timeline do you have for your investigations?
Oh, it will not keep long at all. It will not keep long at all. By the close of the day, everything must be okay.
For your investigations and recommendations and everything, close of date.
By the close of the day. Okay.
That was the Greater Accra Regional Director of the Ghana Education Service, Stephen Abamfo. Meanwhile, the family of the deceased student has declared their intention to sue the school. In an interview with City News, the father of the deceased, Enoch Saki, said the family plans to use legal action to seek answers from the school regarding the incident.
The deceased, the boy is my son. And the intentions of the family is we have to sue the school. We have to hold the school responsible. And we want the school authority to come out to explain, to tell us why would such a thing happen in a school premises. That the teachers, nobody tried to interfere or to come. They all behave on consent until my son passed away. So we have to hold the school. We want to hold the school responsible to sue them to court. That is the intentions of the family.
Okay. What have you heard happened?
Earlier on, before all these incidents happened, I was called at work that one of his colleagues is having a fight with him. So I asked, is there not teachers at the school? And my niece told me, no, the teachers are not showing any consent. Wherever I am, I should rush in and come. So on my way coming, and she called back again that the boy fighting him, I've stabbed him. So he's lying lifeless at the school, but they get the courage to take him to Lekma. So I should come there. So I rushed to Lekma Hospital. Before I get there, the doctor told me I passed away. So that is all I know about the story.
That was Enoch Saki, a father of a final year student of Oreli Senior High School, who was stabbed to death.
So sad. Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Let's hit the phone lines and speak to some more people on this. Enjo Kabonu is the president of the Ghana National Association of Teachers. Teachers are the supervisors. Ghana National, the National NAGRAD, Ghana National Association of Graduate Teachers, I beg your pardon. That's Enjo Kabonu. Teachers generally are the supervisors of the schools, together with the headmasters and all. Let's speak to him and see what he knows about this and what he thinks the problem is. Hello, good evening, sir. Welcome to Eyewitness News. What do you know about this? Of course, you've had some information from the parents and from other persons in the school, but given that you are a union leader, what do you know about the situation now?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Which town in the Volta region do you come from?
Anyway, I'll tell you that later. If we can just proceed.
I want to arrange you before your village.
I'm sorry. I come from Juja, but I'm sorry. Okay, forgive me.
Because the name of the union is National Association of Graduate Teachers.
I know. A lot of things happen here. I'm sorry. The National Association of Graduate Teachers, NAGRAT. Thank you.
I'll also arrange you before that.
I will plead.
Yes, Salam, it is a very sad and unfortunate development. A father sees his son off to school in the morning, only to go and see the son dead in the evening. It's a very traumatic experience, especially when this boy is writing his final exam.
I see.
Yes, it's a very, very sad development. But you see, what is the security situation in the school as we speak? What authority do teachers exude or do teachers have in the school? What liberties do school authorities together with their teachers have in ensuring that the school environment is an environment that ensures harmony and peace for all manner of students? Let us not forget, these boys and girls come from different social backgrounds and different families. They are raised differently. We have children who come from parentage who are in full control. And we also have children who, one can say, hardly have any parental control or supervision. But they are all in the school environment. So the school authorities will need to institute measures to ensure that regardless of where you come from, regardless of the social background that you have or how your society is formed in, there are strict rules and regulations that ensures conformity of all manner of students. Unfortunately, whenever teachers want to exact those conformity rules, then a certain group of people who, I don't know, let me not use any expression that will create any problem, but some people come and talk about human rights as if the teacher does not know what human rights are. Sometimes when we go and take some financial support from some bunch of international NGOs, then we forget that we need to establish rules and regulations that are attuned to the realities of our environment. Don't do this. Don't do this. When you talk to the student like that, you are creating psychological injury to the student. So as if to create the impression that whenever the students do wrong, we should kiss them and pat them at the back and tell them that they can continue. So the school environment is continuously becoming a place where students are beginning to become unruly. And this is one of, because why do you enter school premises as a candidate with sharp objects, with the intention of doing what? With the intention of causing injury.
It's quite curious though, because I mean, if you don't carry knife and other weapons to school, I don't know if this has become normal, but doesn't that suggest, because we hear that some of them belong to gangs, etc. Doesn't this suggest that there could be gangs on campus which may, often, engage in fights, etc., to establish one superiority over the other?
Oh, yes. We have people who congregate around themselves as friends, and then it begins to grow. The activities begin to become offensive and obnoxious. Another group also congregate around. Sometimes maybe a group of students coming from one different area and the other, forming what they call gangs. And like I said, it starts as friends and it metamorphoses into gangs and so on and so forth. But like I said, the reason why a student will come to school with a weapon is just because either he has the mentality of protecting himself from equally armed students, or he has the intention to commit injury on another person. And it is not an isolated case to Raleigh. I mean, this is gradually. You recall a few years ago, students finished their WASE exam and they benched the dormitory. They finished the WASE exam and they benched the dormitory. So we have cases all over.
So for you don't think this is an indictment on supervision, the supervisors of the students? You're blaming it on the system.
The supervisor needs to have the authority to command and to implement the supervisory role. The supervisors, and in this case the teachers, need to have the power to isolate from the generality anyone whose presence is causing discomfort for the majority. Look, Salom, when I was in school, Pope John's Secondary School, when I was in school, when you run away to town without permission, immediately you are debordinized. When I was in school and you fight, you will be dismissed. And this one, there was no Ghana Education Service or anything. No. So you know, before you enter the school. You enter the school, the rules of the school are read to you. And if you want to remain part of that school, you don't have a choice than to conform to the rules and regulations of the school.
And the counter argument is that these kids are young, and when they find themselves in conflict with the law or the rules in this sense, you don't exact punishment on them that may likely destroy their lives. You do what is in their best interest, what we call the welfare principle. So, is that not the consideration, or shouldn't that be the consideration? So a kid goes out of school, goes to town, you find him, and then you dismiss him from school. I mean, who knows what the consequences of that dismissal will have on his future? That is the consideration, is it not?
This approach is Western utopian and fallacious thinking. this approach. Look, let me tell you. We all went to school. I went to secondary school after class 6. I left my home in Medina and was taken as a little boy at the age of 10, 11 to secondary school, far away from my parents. I stayed in secondary school for 7 good years, and I survived it. As to whether I turn out good or bad, you be the judge. But I survived it.
But we also know people who are very recalcitrant in school, but they've come out well. So if such people, for example, were dismissed, what would have become of them?
So when you are dismissed from Pope John for that misbehavior, or from Prempe or Aximota for that misbehavior, the doors of education are not closed to you entirely. The system allowed you to go to another school and then you sign a bond of good behavior. And people did not want to go through that second experience. They went to other schools and turned out to be very good. You see, it is a system that you need to create. There are some children, without experiencing the heat of law, will never conform. They'll never conform. Now, look, one student can cause... There's a school here in Accra. When we were in secondary school, the boys in those days decided to organize themselves and enter the girls' dormitory to cause something they call mass raping. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
The school is here in Accra. I just don't want to mention names of the school because some people are very emotionally attached to their school. But that was around 19... I think that was in the 8. All those boys were given summarily dismissal. That situation never occurred in that school again.
I see. You have been a teacher for a long time. You've been a union leader for a long time. What will be your two prescriptions to resolving this indiscipline in schools? 2.
Oh, for me, the authority of the teachers must be restored. Shalom. My father is an Anglo man and a former teacher. And you know what I'm talking about. That combination is not too good a combination. And his word was law until we were 21. And he said that when you happen to be on your own, maybe you have to start preparing to leave my house. I have been given the responsibility to raise you. And raise you. It is not by mistake that God gave you to me. Our children and our students are not our friends. They are not our co-equals. We are their teachers. In fact, we are in locus parentis. You lawyers, that's what we have been saying. They are not our friends. You see, it is because of these familiarities and things like that that you have a situation where some teachers and students have become overly familiar to the extent that there are sexual cases and so on and so forth. You came to school for me to teach you. You came to school for me to put you on the right path. If you knew how to be on the right path, you have no business being in the school environment. I have experimented it, and it has worked. Give me a set of stubborn boys and allow me to implement the rules as I know it. And let's see the outcome.
I see. Very well. Thanks so much, Angel Kabonu, President of the National Association of Graduate Teachers, for speaking to us on this unfortunate or sad incident. A student of Orally Secondary School stabbed to death by another student after an altercation between them. And the altercation was centered around whose father was wealthier. Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We'll take a short break, return, read some of your messages, and go to what the MPs have been saying about Galamsey. Don't go away.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Hi, Aku. I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302 634 922. Toll free 0800 422 422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow, I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB personal loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small. Go. Joe Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kaka, investment kaka, at the Momo
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply.
MTN.
Yeah. We have a new leader in town. OBRNT. Amanfo. Madam was Sibebre. When him say my baby, maybe more charcoal for whiter teeth. More charcoal. Not only that, maybe lemon. More lemon. Zinc for fresher breath. More zinc. And fluoride for stronger teeth.
Introducing the new President Charcoal pack with more power with a combination of charcoal and lemon for naturally whiter teeth. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. A few of your messages that have come to this one said, good evening, City News. What is happening in our schools? The government must sit up. The government must sit up. That's what you say. Abi National says this issue of everyone should go to school is not right for me. Well, I don't know what Abi National you mean, that people shouldn't go to school. This one from Baska Davo of Kaswa says, what is really happening in our schools nowadays? Teachers are paid to teach and protect the students, but they appear unconcerned. First it was a breed, and now this. GS must sit up. A call Autry in Shy Hill says, have these MPs lost their minds? You ask, and you are concerned that they are arguing over who is worse at Galamsey. Well, let's get to that story, Akusia.
The debate on illegal mining known as Galamsey has raged on in Parliament as both sides make accusations against each other. The issue has resurfaced due to a widespread water crisis across the country caused by the pollution of various water sources. During an emergency sitting of Parliament, members seized the opportunity to express concerns about the government's failure to address the Galamsey menace effectively. Let's hear from Dr. Kaisa Latofos, Minority Leader.
Today, the topical issue of the country relates to how our water bodies have been destroyed, and to the extent that we are threatened in a way that if care is not taken, we will not be able to have water. Mr. Speaker, this is as a result of Galamsey. And he is the Minister for Defense. The President of State is President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So if the President has failed, he should admit so. And if he has failed as a Minister for Defense in tackling Galamsey, he should admit so. It is wrong for him to cast insinuations and aspersions and creating impressions that somebody is making political statement. The executive power of state is with the President. And you are the Minister for Defense. If you can tell us that you cannot deploy the military to stop Galamsey, but you can deploy the military to stop the exportation of maize, and so we should clap for you. Mr. Speaker, the issues we are talking about, they are serious issues. Our livelihood is threatened. Our livelihood is threatened. And we cannot allow this to pass just like that. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I recognize that this is an emergency session. I recognize that we should only work with the motions that you have admitted. But, Mr. Speaker, when we come back in October, this matter, the way you have allowed Galamsey to destroy our livelihood, Mr. Speaker, we'll revisit it.
That was Dr. Kaisa Latofos, the Minority Leader in Parliament. Meanwhile, the Majority Chief Whip, Frank Anodompre, has countered these accusations.
We heard my colleague, Jonabo Samsahi, saying that even the lighting has been polarized to the extent that the lighting fixing has been directed such a way that it is going against them. Nobody said anything about that. Nobody said anything about that. And for the records, Jonabo Nitiwo, the defense minister, when he spoke, he mentioned no name. And this, yes, no party names. And it reminds me of a popular saying by Chinua Achebe that the Majority Leader often quotes. When dry bones are mentioned, old women get worried. Old women get worried. To paraphrase, Speaker,
Honourable Member,
Speaker,
Honourable Majority Chief Whip, are you sure he said old women? What about the old men? You have to be gender compliant.
Speaker, the matter at stake, yes, is the aged who get worried. Yes. Speaker, our colleagues should just sit down and listen. Sit down and listen. And I'm very happy when the Minority Leader challenged us that we will debate this matter and the culprit will be mentioned. In fact, we are ready to debate now. If we are to look and investigate both sides of the house, you have had the opportunity to rule this country before. I can tell you, you polluted the water more than us. You polluted the water more than us. So let's get matters straight.
That was Frank Anodompre, Majority Chief Whip, speaking on the floor of Parliament. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, accused some members of Parliament of being involved in illegal mining. After hearing both arguments from both sides, he argues that the state's failure to address the issue has caused this menace.
People you are talking to are aware. It's not that they are not aware. They are aware that some of you are participating in it. So please, first, desist from doing it yourself. Don't go to them for the money for your campaigns. Don't go to solicit their votes. Let them see you work. Truly, it's a disgrace that we've gone to this far. Look at the water. Horrible. But that is no problem. It's only expensive. Well, annually, the water we get as a country can refill all these rivers. But how do you do away with what has already been polluted? And the environment, how do you repair the damage? That is the challenge we have. But God has blessed us with so much water that on an annual basis, we get water more than what we have now.
Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbene is Speaker of Parliament. Now, the Minister for Defence, Dominic Nitiwo, also called for the depoliticization of the fight against illegal mining.
I want to commend members who are bringing the issue of problems of water and the disturbances that we have within our water bodies across the country, particularly the southern half of Ghana. But I want this House to take decisions that will be in the interest of this nation. Mr. Speaker, it's an urgent matter, and I think that you should lead it personally to ensure that anybody, whether you are a religious person, you are a traditional person, you are a politician, you are a flag bearer or an MP who politicizes galamsey operations in this country, this House must take action on that person. Why are you making noise? Mr. Speaker, this House should take drastic measures against any individual who politicizes galamsey matters, who is promising the youth of Ghana that if you vote for me, I would allow you to do galamsey. Why are you making noise? Why are you making noise? I want this House to take a partisan posture against any individual. In fact, we should invite any individual to this House. We should invite any individual we have on video in this House who is promising the people of Ghana, especially the young people of Ghana, that if you vote for me, I would allow you to do galamsey. Any politician who is inciting the young people of Ghana, I'll take you out of prison if you vote for me. Mr. Speaker, that is one sure way of ensuring that whichever government is in power can fight and make sure that this canker is taken out of our body politics.
Minister for Defence Dominic Nitiwo speaking there. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has expressed disapproval over the decision to recall Parliament after he had gone into recess, calling the move as an act of bad faith. Well, the recall was initiated by the Majority Leader, Afenyo Marking, who, in accordance with Article 1123 of the Constitution, petitioned the Speaker to reconvene an emergency sitting to address critical matters. Now, despite his reservations, Speaker Bagbin has permitted the consideration of a $250 million energy sector loan agreement, another $250 million loan agreement for the Ghana Stability Fund, and also several tax exemptions during the two-day emergency session that began on September 3. Here's Speaker Bagbin.
Despite the efforts of the House, some businesses could not be completed, and I indicated to the House my no objection to the House being recalled to sit mid-September under Article 1123. To exercise this option immediately a day after the adjournment is, to say the least, unfortunate and in bad faith. But as the law stands now, Once Article 1123 of the Constitution 1992 is triggered, I am constitutionally obliged to honor the request.
Speaker Bagman over there. Now, however, Majority Leader Alexander Apenyo-Marke disagreed with the Speaker's assertions.
Mr. Speaker, the request, as made in a humble prayer, was to enable this House undertake some urgent national assignments. I humbly submit, Right Honorable Speaker, that the application was well grounded in good faith, in spite of the disagreement.
Majority Leader Alexander Apenyo-Marke. Now, on the items listed for consideration, Minority Leader Dr. Kaisel Ato-Forson reiterated the minority's opposition to the tax exemptions.
The NDC minority has not changed our position on these tax exemptions. We have always maintained that these tax exemptions are not in the best interest of the ordinary Ghanaian. Our position has always been and still remains that they should convert these tax exemptions into tax credit and otherwise maybe link these tax exemptions into equity shares as stipulated in the Tax Exemptions Act. We will not support a giveaway of $350 million to crony businesses in a very opaque and untransparent manner.
That was Minority Leader Dr. Kaisel Ato-Forson.
Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll tell you more. Don't go away.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Are you ready to turn your dreams into reality? Don't just dream it, own it with a loan from Fidelity Bank. Dreaming of a new home? Own it with Fidelity Mortgage Loan. Dreaming of smelling the scent of a brand new tear rubber car? Own it with Fidelity Auto Loan. Dreaming of getting the latest phone, TV, fridge, furniture, laptop or gaming console? Own it with Fidelity Consumer Asset Finance. Dreaming of expanding your business? Make it a reality with our business loan. Fidelity Bank is offering flexible loans to businesses, salaried workers and the self-employed at a competitive rate. Dial 0800 003355 or visit any of our branches nationwide today to turn your dream into reality with a Fidelity Bank loan. Terms and conditions apply. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Fidelity. If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I need your side, Fidelity.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the whole family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kakra, investment kakra, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply.
MTN.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Some of your messages that have come through. This one from Jones Adobo in Lasses. Good evening, Salam. This is too extreme. we argue and do all kinds of things, but to go this far, the student must be punished to serve as a deterrent to others. Ghanaians are not angry enough. Aziz Donla in WA says the indiscipline in our education system in recent times is unbelievable. Mostly our SHSs. Indeed, the law must take its full course to ensure such injustice and indiscipline stops in our society. Iluam from Cantonment says, what at all is happening to our students these days? Earlier we revisited the PTA mode and also allowed our teachers to reprimand students there better. Echo Ochri, I read this already. They said, this one said, the tragic incident involving the fatal stabbing of a student over a frivolous argument about wealth is deeply disturbing and utterly senseless. Such acts of violence have no place in any society and must be unequivocally condemned. Indiscipline and respect for human life should always take precedence over materialistic dispute. This Mausi Ayebi Aista from Abutia Teti in the Volta region. Officer Tio in Tema says, teachers in Ghana have their hands tied behind them. You can't just punish a student and you will go free. Most of these issues are at the blind side of the teacher. I think the cane should be brought back, but it should be controlled. All right, let's do some more stories, Akosia. All right, so let me just take it. So the Chief Executive Officer of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Pokuware Ampoma, has denied claims that the hospital fixed the elevator in response to the visit by the ranking member of Parliament's Health Committee, the Honorable Kwabna Minta Kando. Dr. Ampoma clarified that the hospital had already planned to address the elevator issue prior to the MP's visit. He made his remarks during an interview with City News' Eno Safo.
Doc, what was the situation with the elevators like when you took over at Kolebu?
All right, so the elevators were placed there in 2012 by through the sponsorship of the National Health Insurance Agency. And so over the last 2 years, we've noticed that there seems to be a number of faults happening with the elevators. Now, one of the things that has triggered this number of faults is the fact that in the general Kolebu area, there are voltage fluctuations. So sometimes there are voltage surges and then it affects the function of the machines. But then last year we had made up a plan, which is on our program of work, and even on our centenary celebration document, that we're going to replace the lifts in the tower blocks. So this is something that we are in the process of doing. And in fact, even for the surgical block specifically, the head of departments had written to me officially, and all the approvals have been given to go through the procurement process to get them a new lift. But the fact is that the lifts are not the ordinary type of lifts that are easy to get. These are lifts that have to be big enough to take up a hospital bed with some people standing around it. So these have to be custom made. So even from the time of order to delivery takes a minimum of 6 months. So we are still going through the process as we speak. So when this fault happened, we had to now take immediate measures to make sure that the lift is repaired. Unfortunately, it took much longer than we were expecting, and so we had to then reorder our operations in the sense that we were still taking care of the emergencies, but we had to designate other wards and other theatres to take up the emergencies and then some of the urgent electives. And then the elective cases means that it's not an emergency, it's something that can wait, can be delayed without any harm to the patient. And so this was done over the last 1 week. So eventually the lifts were fixed on Sunday. So on Sunday the lifts were working. And then in Sunday evening, the gentleman who fixed the lift and who was monitoring and thought that there's a particular sensor that he thinks he should replace. And so he advised us not to use it on Monday morning until he's replaced the sensor. So within, I think by about 10, 11 o'clock Monday morning, he had come to replace the sensor. And so, normal work has resumed.
People might want to ask that, isn't it curious that after the ranking member came around, the lifts just started working?
Well, I think I would ask you yourself that, do you think that if something couldn't be fixed for a whole week and then because somebody came and said something, then suddenly it gets fixed? I mean, that is just not the fact. It doesn't even make sense, So I think that is just a pure coincidence.
Let's talk about the the lift that you spoke about. You said it takes a minimum of 6 months to procure and everything, and this one spoiled, I think, about 3 weeks ago, according to the release that we got from Kolebu. What measures are in place to ensure that, you know, these things don't happen? Because I understand that it's not only the surgical elevator that is giving Kolebu problems. There are other ones like the radiology and the maternity block. Okay, so in my earlier submission, I did say that it is one of the things that we are already planned to do, because we know that the lifts, actually, when we did the technical assessment, we were told that 12 years in the life of a lift isn't a long time, because lifts are part of buildings and they are made to last for 20-25 years plus. But so because of the frequency of usage, one, and then also some of the voltage fluctuations that, you know, we've suffered over the period of time. So those are some of the challenges that we have had. And so we had an assessment done, I think, in April this year, and then the recommendation was that it should be replaced. So that's why we're going through the process of getting them replaced. The voltage fluctuations, is there anything that can or cannot be done?
Okay, so we have some of the places, we have AVRs, automatic voltage regulators installed, but they also have their range. So when the variation is beyond a certain range, you know, it even damages the AVRs. We've had a number of AVRs getting blown in Kolebu, you know, even this year. So and those are things that are beyond our immediate control.
Doc, if I may ask, and again, you said you're in the process of acquiring new elevators for other blocks as well, but how long should people wait for those elevators to come?
So we're going through the process, and I told you that the suppliers told us that it takes a minimum of 6 months. That's if everything goes according to, as planned. You know, it takes about a minimum of 6 months. So I would say let's give ourselves within the next 9 months. But that's why we've taken steps to immediately get all of them, you know, fully assessed and kind of retrofitted, so that at least it would carry us till the time when we have the new ones in place.
As part of 100 years of Kolebu, what key infrastructural projects will be happening, or will you be undertaking?
Actually, we've undertaken quite a number of projects already. And so if you look at Kolebu over the last 3 to 4 years, we've had the new FIVES unit. FIVES unit has been totally redone. Okay, if you see how it was before and what's now, it's totally rebuilt. We had a new infectious disease treatment center, 50 bed, that has also been built. The diabetic center has seen rehabilitation. We have a new psychiatric unit called the Melody that has also been built. The 100-bed urology nephrology center of excellence has also been built. We have other projects that are coming up, like the 24-hour pharmacy project, the endoscopy and daycare surgery project, the creche for staff, and then what we call the legacy project, which is a learning and skills development center for to support research. It's also one of the projects that we are going about. So there are a number of things that we are doing, and apart from that, under the Kolebu 100 celebration, we one of the key things was the Adopt Award project. And so a number of organizations have come to our support. So Société Générale came and renovated the surgical access floor, but the Papa Foundation have renovated surgical second floor. With IGF, we have renovated the external facade of the surgical block. In fact, many of the media houses are not fair to us because they used very old pictures of the surgical block when it was in a dilapidated state, but it has been renovated, and so you can see that it looks different from what it was before. And then the surgical first floor, the neurosurgery ward, has also been renovated by the Stock Security Exchange Commission. So and then if you look at the children's block, for instance, the second floor has been renovated by Ghana International Bank Foundation. Third floor has been renovated by Dredge Masters. And I can talk of various other wards. The cardio wards were renovated by a benevolent individual. So we've partnered with a number of individuals to come to our support. But then also with our own internal generated funds, the Ward D, which is the orthopedic ward, has been renovated. Ward C, Ward H, Ward I, they all have been seeing renovation. So this is something that we continue to do. And if you look at the blood bank, for instance, the blood bank has also seen some innovation by Fluke Pharma. So there's what we are doing is, I see, we should understand that when it comes to health is a partnership.
So you heard the chief executive of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Ampoma, in that interview with Citi News' Eno Safo. Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We'll take a short break. When we return, it will be time for Citi Business News. Don't go away.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Get ready for the ultimate battle of business minds at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Join us for a day of intense competition, team building, and networking as companies go head to head in the various challenges to prove their skills and expertise. From traditional sports like seven-a-side football, basketball, sack race, and volleyball to unique challenges like tug of war and arm wrestling, there's no shortage of excitement and adrenaline pumping action. Don't miss out on this exciting event that will test your business acumen and athletic skills on the field. Date Saturday 28th September 2024. Venue Eden Heights Sports Complex, Wager. Time 8 a.m. Call 0558 973 973 for details on how you can participate and showcase your company's talents at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Get ready to compete, collaborate, and conquer. The Citi Business Olympics 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Piva Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, and Bethel Logistics, experts in shipping logistics.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV. Telling your story, empowering change.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Akusia Otre. The details now. The Ghana Civil Society Cocoa Platform is demanding a minimum of 65% upward adjustment in cocoa farm gate prices for the 2024-2025 cocoa season. Now, the group anticipates that farmers should receive not less than 57,320 cedis per ton of cocoa beans, which translates to a minimum of 3,583 cedis per bag. On an interview with Citi Business News, a member of the group, Francis Taino, stated that based on the current global challenges, the 65 to 75 increment in the farm gate price of cocoa for the season was fair.
Cocoa farmers are expecting between 65 to 70% price. That is minimum. Okay. So we are even expecting that the price should go up more than 70%. Looking at the price on the wet market. After last season, once the cocoa season begins, it was $3,100 per ton. It rises to $12,000 plus per ton. Averagely, when you calculate from last year up to date, the averagely cocoa price on wet market is $3,100 and something dollars. When you convert it into Ghana cedis, one bag of cocoa should be more than 7,000 Ghana cedis per bag. And looking at other costs that Cocoa Board absorbs, staffing, and other services that they give to farmers, per those calculations, we think it's good for Cocoa Board to give farmers more than 3,500 cedis per bag, looking at the cost on the wet market. And secondly, this year, Cocoa Board is even having challenges of getting money to pre-finance the cocoa buying in the
That was a member of the Ghana Civil Society Cocoa Platform, Francis Taino. Now, to drive the economic growth of small and medium enterprises in the country, Telecel Ghana has taken proactive steps to outdoor its SME month. Now, the telecommunications firm notes that the initiative is intended to reward its customers for their loyalty and drive growth of businesses, particularly those that are led by women. On speaking to the media after the launch of the SME Month held in partnership with the Magdan Group of Companies, the Director of Enterprise Business and Wholesale, Tawa Bolarin, stressed the company's readiness to enhance growth of businesses.
So I'd mentioned earlier on the Red Loyalty for Business, which is a reward and discount for businesses. I mentioned the Women in Business package, which will be launching this month of September. And we're also launching an initiative called the Connecting Hustles, and this is for young entrepreneurs. We want to bring them on our network. We want to help them to grow their businesses from what I would call small scale to big scale. We will be launching the Women 100 Power Launch, which is a networking event for the 100 most influential women in Ghana and women entrepreneurs in Ghana. Also this month, we will be teaching or empowering entrepreneurs with the ability to integrate ESG initiatives into their businesses. Also this month, for Vodafone, for Telecel Cash Merchants, we will be launching the 50% cashback for every spend, every transaction on the networks.
That was Tawa Bolarin, the Director of Enterprise Business and Wholesale at Magdan Group of Companies. Meanwhile, the founder and executive chairman of the Magdan Group of Companies, Dr. Daniel Macaulay, highlighted the impact of the partnership to create more opportunities for businesses to thrive. Now, away from that, the Precious Minerals Marketing Company is advocating for the purchase of jewelry as a reliable store of value. According to PMMC, the value of jewelry appreciates over time, offering a potential financial cushion during economic challenges. Or speaking to the media, the opening of PMMC's new jewelry shop along Spintex Road, Managing Director Nana Akwesi Iwua emphasized that despite fluctuations in the price of gold, investment in gold jewelry is financially rewarding.
PMMC has come a very long way. One of the biggest problems we had, and in fact it wasn't peculiar to PMMC, generally with the Ghanaian jewelry industry, was that because it is handcrafted, sometimes the finishing was a problem. So because now we have invested in technology, that thing is a thing of the past. So that phenomenon is no longer existent. We are now able to design 3D the jewelry that we make. We still do handcrafted jewelry, but better, more improved. And so that technology is the same technology that is used everywhere in this world, nothing different from it. And so we believe that for all those who have been flying to Dubai and elsewhere to buy jewelry from there, they could equally get that same jewelry right here.
So that was the Managing Director of the Precious Minerals Marketing Company, Nana Akwesi Iwua. Now let's go back to our earlier story where Telecel Ghana had an event with the Magdan Group of Companies, and the founder and executive chairman of the Magdan Group of Companies, Dr. Daniel Macaulay, highlighted the impact of the partnership between the Magdan Group of Companies and Telecel Ghana to create more opportunities for businesses to thrive.
What we look out for is impact. It's not just doning up and supporting small and medium-scale businesses, but the impact that we need to create. Job creation is one of our problems in this country, and Magdan brand stands for job creation. So we need to build more entrepreneurs. We need to build more businesses so that we can have more employment. I mean, the winner of the Magdan Challenge is $100,000. The finalists, each of them, I think, $25,000. I mean, immediately you reach the finals, you're already a winner. The 10 finalists will helping you to build your business. It's not only doling out the money, but you go through mentoring and coaching. We have seasoned businessmen who come in to coach these entrepreneurs.
You heard that the founder and executive chairman of the Magdan Group of Companies, Dr. Daniel Macaulay, speaking at the media launch of the SME Month held in partnership with Telecel Ghana. Now, stakeholders in the agricultural sector are calling on the government to immediately lift the ban placed on the export of grains as a result of the ongoing dry spells in the northern part of Ghana. Well, this request follows the government's intention to lift the ban should a dry spell improve by November this year. All the stakeholders argued that the proposed measure may not be effective, pointing to the government's ongoing struggle to combat illegal mining, which is yet to produce significant results. Here's more.
The export ban enforced last week was a direct response to alarming reports of decreased grain yields in the northern regions of the country. These shortfalls are largely attributed to an unusual dry spell affecting crop production, raising concerns about food security and potential inflationary pressures on grain prices. The Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana, reacting to the planned reversal of the ban in November 2024 instead of January 2025, called for an immediate suspension of the ban. Here is the national president of the association, Awal Adugwala.
So for us, we have always been against the ban. And then government talking about the fact that by November, if things should normalize, it to be lifted. For us, it doesn't make a difference. We want that there should be an immediate lifting of the ban, and there should be immediate engagement with all key stakeholders as to what measures properly we can implement together. Because now government is requesting for this about 500 million Ghana for the intervention. We need to have a stakeholder meeting. We need to have proper engagement. We need to know the modality. We need to know the data that we are working with. And all this is very, very important to us. So for us, whether the ban is lifted next month or in November, it doesn't make a difference. We are calling for an immediate suspension of that ban.
The immediate past General Secretary of the General Agricultural Workers Union, Edward Kariwe, believes the ban will not achieve the desired results. He cited the government's ongoing struggle against illegal mining activities, which he described as unsuccessful.
The ban should be suspended, but the support to farmers should continue. As for the ban, that one should be suspended, but the support to farmers should continue. Farmers need input. Farmers need some other forms of support like cash out and the rest. We should concentrate on that and make sure that every person that is allocated for this purpose gets to the targeted area. That's all about it. But as for the ban, it should be suspended. Because it will not be effective, and yet it is going to create costs for us. Because we have had previous bans that have never been effective. They have never been effective. This is not something new. And the mere fact that you say you are going to use the military does not guarantee any success. We use the military to try to stop Galamsey. Did we succeed?
You heard that the immediate past General Secretary of the General Agricultural Workers Union, GAU, Edward Kariwe, and then that report filed by my colleague, Daniel Odro Mensah. Well, that's how we wrap up the Tuesday's edition of the City Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Akosia Ochedu. Stay with us. Up next is Point Blank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car, they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine, they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Are you searching for a world-class conferencing facility to elevate your next event?
Do you need a bougie look for that all-important corporate, board meeting, or private social event? The Alisa Hotel Pavilion at Northridge. Our expansive conference center comfortably seats 1,000 persons in a theater-style setup. This makes it ideal for large conferences and exhibitions. Where there is the need to break out, the conference center seamlessly converts into 2 separate breakout rooms. With the importance of seamless technology integration, our facilities are equipped to support your audiovisual needs. Looking for an oasis of bliss? Saunter into our Oasis Lounge and enjoy your juicy lamb chops, steaks, and burgers. We have alfresco dining for nature lovers in our lush manicured lawns. The Alisa Hotel Pavilion, where great minds convene and beautiful memories are created.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Ah, even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kaka, investment kaka, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply.
MTN.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Point Blank on Eyewitness News. Tonight on Point Blank, we revisit an issue which comes up every now and then. It's on Government of Ghana scholarship in the UK are stranded as the state has failed to pay their fees and monthly stipends. The report is that they risk being evicted from their accommodation, and their universities are serving them notice that very soon the school will sack them. Indeed, some of the schools have initiated or triggered the processes. One of those students, a PhD one, joins us on the line to tell us exactly what's been happening to them. Indeed, we know him, we know his name, but we speak to him without naming him for obvious reasons. So we call him Doc. Hello, Doc. Good evening. Welcome to Eyewitness News, the Point Blank segment of Eyewitness News. Hello. Hello? Hello, good evening. Welcome to Point Blank on Eyewitness News. Hello? Yeah, that we are having some issues. We'll resolve the issues quickly. Other things. They say some of the things are immoral. Just to put body and soul together. We'll also speak to the Scholarship Secretariat to let us understand what they are doing for our brothers and sisters who are on government scholarship abroad. Let's try again and see if we have him now. Hello, Doc. Good evening. Welcome to Point Blank. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to Point Blank. And hear him make appeal to the authorities to come to their rescue. That is what we have for Point Blank for you tonight. We are visiting the issue of students on government scholarship not receiving their stipends on time and having their fees not paid also on time. The report we're getting from the UK is that many of the schools have served them notice that they'll be withdrawn very soon if they do not take steps to have their fees settled. All right, I think we have him now. Hello, good evening, sir. Welcome to Point Blank on Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, what exactly is the concern? We understand that government owes you some amount of money for your stipends in arrears. How many months does government owe you for this, and what exactly can you say about that?
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And so, most Ghanaian scholars on the Government of Ghana scholarship in UK specifically are owed stipends in excess of 24 months. It means that since they have been here, especially those on PhD programs, have not been paid their monthly stipend. And this is causing very serious issues among the Ghanaian community. And it is not just stipends. Tuition fees as well has not been paid for those pursuing nurses programs, PhD programs, and all that for between 1 and 2 years. So you can imagine this has even led to some people facing deportation because they have actually been removed from their programs. I have a colleague who cannot have access to his PhD supervision, all because his tuition fee has not been paid. And so his PhD supervisor says that he cannot support him during this time. And the non-payment of stipend itself is also causing very serious issues. I mean, people are being evicted from their homes here and there. We have written several times to the Scholarship Secretariat, to the Ghana High Commission in London, and it appears they have just brought people here to suffer.
But
last week during okay, yes, come.
No, go ahead. You said last week during what?
Last week during His Excellency the Vice President media engagement, he indicated that some monies have been released for payment, and I can tell you that has not happened, because for 24 months and beyond, students on Government of Ghana scholarship pursuing PhD programs, nurses, have not been paid in the UK.
I see. I'm sure once the Vice President is sure that some money has been released, let's say just a matter of time, let's hope that this hits your account soon. But we know that sometimes the visa comes along with it, some number of hours you can work as students, 20 hours a week, etc. Have you not been exploring that, even as we wait for the stipends to be paid by the state? I mean, stipends, of course, the fees, we can talk about that later.
Okay, so the issue is that at the moment, getting part-time jobs is becoming a challenge in UK. Most employers want full-time. However, those on PhDs were able to get maybe 5 hours, 10 hours teaching. But that in itself is not enough. And so you end up struggling. However, those doing masters and undergraduate are struggling. In fact, some of the issues I cannot say it online because this is a public station. But my brother, I can tell you that the mothers in Ghana, if they have their daughters in UK on Government of Ghana scholarships, they have to be contacting them every single day to assure them, because what some of them are going through in UK, I can't say it online.
What are they going through? What are they going through?
I mean, some of them are on platforms, online sex platforms, basically selling themselves to take care of themselves because they can't get job. I know somebody who cannot get job, 20 hours job. Anytime she applies, they tell her that the job, they want full time. And so what can she do? She has been here more than, she started her program sometime last year. She's not been paid, not even £1. Her tuition fee has not been paid. And so people are going through stress.
I see. What's usually the arrangement? Your fees will be paid before you go, or how is the arrangement? And some amount of money for stipend will be given you. How does it work?
Okay, so normally, when you come before they pay the tuition fee, so when you get into UK, then you register with the Ghana High Commission in UK, and then your tuition fee will be paid. And then subsequently, when they receive money from Ghana, they will start making regular. It can be monthly, it can be quarterly, it can be maybe 6 months. Then they'll give you for 3 months, and then
the money is paid from the High Commission. I thought the money would be paid from Finance Ministry or Education Ministry or the Scholarship Secretariat.
No, they send the money to the Ghana High Commission. There is a rep who disburses all money to all scholars in the UK. But for a very long time, like I said, more than 24 months, people are owed. Some are owed 12 months. Some are, depending on the time you started your PhD or your nursing program. I mean, people are owed between 10 and 26 months. I know somebody specifically owed 25 months.
I see. So do you have like a union? Because normally we have the Students' Union, the Ghana Students' Union, or even the Ghana Union generally in the city you find yourself. Have you contacted them so they help you get to the High Commission to meet authority or to speak to somebody? And have you tried contacting maybe the Scholarship Secretariat in Accra, the Education Ministry, or somebody? Have you tried that?
Mr. Adonu, I can assure you or let you know that some students have even gone the extent to meet with the High Commissioner himself. And he told them that he cannot do anything about it because there is no money.
So even as you say, some of your colleagues are doing very difficult things and bad things to survive. How about you defer the program and come home, reorganize yourselves and go back? I mean, worst case scenario.
In fact, some people have actually done that. I know of two persons doing PhD who have deferred their programs. In fact, one had a mental breakdown, so she had to defer her program and then gone to Ghana. But at least some of us, we are almost done with our programs, and our university, we're able to get a lot of hours, so we teach. And so we are able to support those in year 1, year 2 PhD programs. But else, it's been a very challenging time for most Ghanaians on Government of Ghana scholarships here in the UK.
Very well. Thank you so much, Doc. We will now speak to the Scholarship Secretariat to get some answers from them. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We hope that things get better so that you can refocus on your PhD program and come back home soon and help build Ghana. Thank you so much. All right, let's speak to the Head of International Relations at the Scholarship Secretariat, Richard Jemfi. Hello, Richard. Good evening. Welcome to Point Blank. This is quite a concerning situation, and it comes up every now and then. What is the status of our students on GOG scholarship abroad, UK in this case?
Before I start, I want to sympathize with our students, especially in UK, Canada, and America. As you recall, sometime about a couple of months ago, we had a similar situation with our bilateral students in Morocco, Hungary, Russia, Serbia, Algeria, and it became news. So the Ministry of Finance released funds, and we managed to mitigate those plight for the students, especially the Morocco, all those bilateral agreements that we have with other sister nations. With the non-bilateral, like UK, America, Canada, we had the assurance from the Ministry of Finance that the money that they released to us, within a couple of weeks, we were going to receive another batch based on the budget presented to Parliament, so that we will be able to pay the non-bilateral fees. The reason why the Scholarship Secretariat decided to clear some of the stipends and tuition with the non-bilaterals was that with the bilaterals, they have about 20 hours which the host country allow them or permit them to work. So when the Ministry of Finance released that amount and assured the Secretariat that there will be a subsequent amount for us to pay stipends and tuition, we decided that then we should pay the students in Russia, Morocco, Algeria. Those students are not allowed to take work. And so that is how we manage to mitigate those concerns with the students. So we waited for a while. But the good news is that we've been hinted again by the ministry that some funds, although not what we are expecting, has been released. So we are just currently waiting. All the paperwork are ready, that when the money hits the account and we are noted by the Bank of Ghana, we are going to then transfer the money to the High Commission, because it's not the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat that is mandated to pay. We have to send the money to Ghana International Bank, where we have an office at the embassy to then pay the students. I want to once again reiterate that it is not a matter that the Scholarship Secretariat haven't done anything. The Registrar of the Scholarship Secretariat has met on countless occasions with the heads of departments, head of finances of all our international partners. We've actually had to go a non-conventional route by giving them letters that the registrar has written to high authorities, pleading with the Ministry of Finance to release funds so that we can pay these students.
So clearly, it does appear we don't have the money to send these people abroad. Why do we keep doing it? And how many of them do we have, studying outside the country? Do you know?
So for UK, we are looking in excess of about 300 students. In United States, we are looking about 216. And in Canada, about 73 students.
I see. So what is the total amount of money we owe these people over the period? Because some say they've not been paid for 24 months, 25 months, etc.
So that will be an outlier. On the average, we are owing students about, let's say, 15 to 20 months. So if there's any student who is being owed over 24 months, then that would be an outlier, and I will suggest that
it's an outlier, not very far from the rest, because if you say 15 to 20 months and somebody's not paid for 24 months, I mean, it's quite within the region. So I mean, so the assurance you're giving is that the assurance you're giving is that in the next few days some money will come and then you will transfer the money to the High Commission. But exactly how much is coming? Exactly how much do you know is coming?
What I've been told is averaging around 50 million Ghana cedis, which, if that is the case, unfortunately, is not going to be able to pay all the tuition and all the stipends. However, we are going to prioritize the tuition because we don't want students to be kicked out from their courses. So we will pay the tuition, and whatever is left, we will make sure that the stipends are being paid to the students.
I see. Thank you very much, Richard Jemfi. Thanks so much for speaking to us this evening. He is the head of international relations at the Scholarship Secretariat. He's been bringing us some updates on what they are doing to ensure that our brothers and sisters abroad studying on Government of Ghana scholarship receive some money as stipends and get some of their fees paid so they are not withdrawn from the courses or thrown out of their homes. This is how we conclude today's edition of Point Blank, show produced by Nana Kwabna Welsing, Beverly London, and Sami Wiafe. Social media support given by Edwin Kwakofi. Emmanuel Latte provided technical support. Earlier you heard Akosia Ochri. My name is Salom Adonu. Have a good evening.
City News.